Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Welcome to today's reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. We are reading from Adi Leela at the moment. We are on chapter 2 and we'll be reading from verse 23 onwards. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yat kripatam ham vande Shri Gurum Deenatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Hari Om Tat Sat. Verse 23. Lord Narayan, who dominates the transcendental world, is full in 6 opulences. He is the personality of Godhead, the Lord of the goddess of fortune. Verse 24. The personality of Godhead is He who is described as the absolute whole in the Vedas, Bhagavatam, Upanishads, and other transcendental literatures. No one is equal to Him. Purport. There are innumerable authoritative statements in the Vedas regarding the personal feature of the Absolute Truth. Some of them are as follows. From the Rig Samhita, Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Suryaha Diva Chakshur Adatam. The personality of Godhead Vishnu is the Absolute Truth, whose lotus feet all the demigods are always eager to see. Like the sun god, he pervades everything by the rays of his energy. He appears impersonal to imperfect eyes. From the Narayan Atharvashira Upanishad 1-2, Naranad Eva Samutpadayante Narayanat Pravartante Narayane Praliyante Atha Nityo Narayanaha Narayana Evedam Sarvam Yad Bhutam Yacha Bhavyam Shuddho Devo Deva Eko Narayano Nadvityo Asti Kaschit. It is from the Narayan only that everything is generated, by him only that everything is maintained, and in him only that everything is annihilated. Therefore, Narayan is eternally existing. Everything that exists now or will be created in the future is nothing but Narayan, who is the unadulterated deity. There is only Narayan and nothing else. From the Narayan Upanishad 1.4, Yataha Prasuta Jagataha Prasuti. Narayan is the source from whom all the universes emanate. From the higher Shirsha Pancharatra Paramatma Harir Devaha, Hari is the Supreme Lord. From the Srimad Bhagavatam 11th Canto 3rd chapter verses 34 and 35, Narayana Bhidhanasya Brahmanaha Paramatmanaha Nishtham Arhatha No Vaktum Yuyam Hi Brahma Vittamaha. O best of the Brahmanas, please tell us of the position of Narayan, who is also known as Brahman and Paramatma. Sthiti Udbhava Pralaya Hetur Ahetur Asya Yat Swapna Jagara Sushuptishu Sad Bahishcha Dehendriya Yasu Hridayani Charanti Yena Sanjeevitani Dad Avehi Param Narendra. O King, know him who is causeless and yet is the cause of creation, maintenance and annihilation. He exists in the 3 states of consciousness, namely waking, dreaming and deep sleep, as well as beyond them. He enlivens the body, the senses, the breath of life and the heart, and thus they move. Know him to be supreme. Verse 25. Through their service, devotees see that personality of Godhead, just as the denizens of heaven see the personality of the sun. Purport. The Supreme Personality of Godhead has his eternal form, which cannot be seen by material eyes or mental speculation. Only by transcendental devotional service can one understand the transcendental form of the Lord. The comparison is made here to the qualifications for viewing the personal features of the sun god. The sun god is a person who, although not visible to our eyes, is seen from the higher planets by the demigods, whose eyes are suitable for seeing through the clearing sunshine that surrounds him. Every planet has its own atmosphere according to the influence of the arrangement of material nature. It is therefore necessary to have a particular type of bodily construction to reach a particular planet. The inhabitants of earth may be able to reach the moon, but the inhabitants of heaven can reach even the fiery sphere called the sun. What is impossible for man on earth is easy for the demigods in heaven because of their different bodies. Similarly, to see the Supreme Lord, one must have the spiritual eyes of devotional service. The personality of Godhead is unapproachable by those who are habituated to speculation about this absolute truth in terms of experimental scientific thought. Without reference to the transcendental vibration, the ascending approach to the absolute truth ends in the realization of impersonal Brahman and the localized Paramatma, but not the supreme transcendental personality. Verse 26, those who walk the paths of knowledge and yoga worship only Him, for it is Him they perceive as the personal Brahman and localized Paramatma. Purport, those who are fond of mental speculation, Gyan Marg, or want to meditate in mystic yoga to find the absolute truth must approach the impersonal effulgence of the Lord and His partial representation, respectively. Such persons cannot realize the eternal form of the Lord. Verse 27, thus one may understand the glories of the Lord through different modes of worship, as the example of the sun illustrates. Narayan and Shri Krishna are the same personality of Godhead, but although they are identical, their bodily features are different. Verse 29, this personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, has 2 hands and holds a flute, whereas the other Narayan has 4 hands with conch, wheel, mace and lotus. Purport, Narayan is identical to Shri Krishna. They are in fact the same person manifested differently, like a high court judge who is differently situated in his office and at home. As Narayan, the Lord is manifested with 4 hands, but as Krishna, he is manifested with 2 hands. Verse 30, O Lord of Lords, you are the seer of all creation. You are indeed everyone's dearest life. Are you not, therefore, my father Narayan? Narayan refers to those whose abode is in the water born from Nara, Garbhodakshai Vishnu, and that Narayan is your plenary portion. All your plenary portions are transcendental. They are absolute and are not creations of Maya. Purport, this statement, which is from the Srimad Bhagavatam 10.14.14, was spoken by Lord Brahma in his prayers to Lord Krishna after the Lord had defeated him by displaying his mystic powers. Brahma had tried to test Lord Krishna to see if he were really the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Playing as a cowherd boy, Brahma stole all the other boys and their calves from the pasturing grounds. But when he returned to the pastures, he saw that all the boys and calves were still there, for Lord Krishna had created them all again. When Brahma saw this mystic power of Lord Krishna's, he admitted defeat and offered prayers to the Lord, addressing him as the proprietor and seer of everything in the creation and as the super soul who is within each and every living entity and is dear to all. That Lord Krishna is Narayan, the father of Brahma. Because Lord Krishna's plenary expansion, Garbhodakshai Vishnu, after placing himself on the Garbha ocean, created Brahma from his own body. Mahavishnu in the causal ocean and Kshirodakshai Vishnu, the super soul in everyone's heart, are also transcendental expansions of the Supreme Truth. Verse 31, after Brahma had offended Krishna by stealing his playmates and calves, he begged the Lord's pardon for his offensive act and prayed for the Lord's mercy. Verse 32, I took birth from the lotus that grew from your navel. Thus you are both my father and my mother, and I am your son. Verse 33, parents never take seriously the offenses of their children. I therefore beg your pardon and ask for your benediction. Verse 34, Shri Krishna said, O Brahma, your father is Narayan, but I am a cowherd boy. How can you be my son? Verse 35, Brahma replied, Are you not Narayan? You are certainly Narayan. Please listen as I state the proofs. Verse 36, all the living beings within the material and spiritual worlds are ultimately born of you, for you are the super soul of them all. Purport, the cosmic manifestation is generated by the interaction of the three modes of material nature. The transcendental world has no such material modes, although it is nevertheless full of spiritual variegatedness. In that spiritual world, there are also innumerable living entities who are eternally liberated souls engaged in transcendental loving service to Lord Krishna. The conditioned souls who remain within the material cosmic creation are subjected to the threefold miseries and pangs of material nature. They exist in different species of life because they are eternally averse to the transcendental loving devotion to the Supreme Lord. Sankarshan is the original source of all living entities because they are all expansions of his marginal potency. Some of them are conditioned by material nature, whereas others are under the protection of the spiritual nature. The material nature is a conditional manifestation of spiritual nature, just as smoke is a conditional stage of fire. Smoke is dependent on fire, but in blazing fire there is no place for smoke. Smoke disturbs, but fire serves. The serving spirit of the residents of the transcendental world is displayed in 5 varieties of relationships with the Supreme Lord, who is the central enjoyer. In the material world, everyone is a self-centered enjoyer of mundane happiness and distress. One considers himself the lord of everything and tries to enjoy the illusory energy, but he is not successful because he is not independent. He is but a minute particle of the energy of Lord Sankarshan. All living beings exist under the control of the Supreme Lord, who is therefore called Narayan. So we'll continue from here onwards next time. Thank you for joining. Hariam Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. And I will take this opportunity to wish everyone a very happy 2022.